All right, we are now live. What's going on, Sumo Links? We got a couple people pouring in right now. Nice to see you guys. Steve, Dennis, Dan, Christopher, Bappy. What's going on, y'all? Awesome. Bunch of folks here. Cool. In the chat, let's see where everyone is coming in from. I am in Austin, Texas right now. Let's oh man, they're just pouring in right now. Very cool to see. All right. A lot of Stevens, Nicholas Paul. What's going on, everybody? We got Salt Lake. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, excited to get started today. For those of you who don't know, I am Chris with the AppSumo team, and I am super excited to bring back another AppSumo for a repeat deal. This is Arto. He is also the founder of 10Web, which is an incredible deal, which is currently live on AppSumo. But today, we're going to be talking about, because this man's insane and he's developing two companies at the same time that are killing it. The second one is Krisp, which we're going to be talking about today, which is a super cool tool for all of you out there if you haven't already checked it out. Krisp is an AI-powered desktop app that removes the background noise in real time, helping you improve your communication. So if you're working from a coffee shop or noisy, or you got a baby crying in the background, you should probably take care of the baby first, but this will help mute the sound as well. So it's super cool. Arto, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for hosting me.
Yeah, your audio quality is coming in super smooth. I wonder
Yeah.
what that is from. So I would love to hear more about Chris, but a couple housekeeping things for everybody here. If you don't already know, if you have questions about Krisp, you can click the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen, the middle of the bottom of the screen. Ask all of your Krisp questions in there, and that's how we'll get them answered. But yeah, let's get going. So, how did you come up with the idea of Krisp, and kind of what is Krisp? What's your background and all that?
So I hold a PhD in machine learning, and a few years ago, like an idea was born to apply machine learning for noise cancellation. Before that, like a lot of like DSP, digital signal processing solution were existed in the market for noise cancellation, but machine learning added like extra layer for smart noise cancellation. So we developed technology. At first, my idea was just to go and sell like this amazing technology to big companies like Zoom, Slack, or Skype. But afterward, me and my co-founder decided to go with like separate application which will work between physical microphone and speaker and any conferencing app. So idea of the Krisp was born, and like few months ago we launched it on Product Hunt. It became Product of the Year, and now we are here on AppSumo.
That's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, Krisp is it's a desktop app that you can download, super easy to set up, which we'll get into. And then once you set it up, it's just running and you're good to go. So yeah, so what platforms does Krisp work on currently?
Currently we support macOS and also Windows 10.
Okay, awesome. So just about everybody who's going to be on this webinar, it's going to be working for you guys. Yeah, it just sits in the top of your desktop and takes care of everything. So let's go ahead.
So yeah, like may I demo the Krisp?
Yeah,
So
let's
I
go
will.
into the demo. And I see everybody. We got a couple questions coming in from Gordon, Dennis, Christopher, and Marilyn. We'll get to those after the demo, just so everyone who's here just to see how it works, we'll get there, and then the Q&A will be coming up afterwards. So let's get those questions in, and we'll circle back to them. But yeah, let's see Krisp.
So I will share my screen. So Krisp is like very simple app sitting here in macOS, and also the same with the like in Windows interface. It's near the like start bar. So you have like two buttons, one for muting your background noise for other call participants, and this one coming is muting the noise coming from other call participants to you. And actually, Krisp is a like virtual microphone and virtual speaker, which sits between your physical microphone and conferencing app. You just go to like your conferencing app or recording app and choose Krisp as a microphone and speaker. And if you have like external headset, microphone or speaker, you can choose them in the Krisp app interface. So it supports any external microphone or speaker you want to use, right? And any conferencing app, which is the interface for choosing microphone and speaker.
Got it.
So
So you don't have to log into Zoom and change your Zoom preferences. You just change it on your desktop, or do you also do that in Zoom?
you just go to the Zoom application and in audio settings you select Chris microphone as a default microphone for your communication, and also you choose as a speaker Chris speaker.
Got it. So yeah, so you would go into once you open up Zoom, you go into preferences, go to sound, and then you update it there.
Right. If you want to connect any external headset, you just go to Krisp app interface and choose the external microphone or external speaker from this interface.
Got it. Cool.
And we have like
And
this small button. Now I'm going to like showcase how it works. Now I'm going to speak and clap simultaneously, and you can hear my clap, right? And if I switch on the Krisp, is going to cancel my noise for you guys. And now I'm continuing to speak and clap simultaneously, and you will be able to hear my voice but not the clap, right?
yeah,
Is
it's
it
wild
working?
that it doesn't interrupt your speaking at all. Like your voice comes in super clear. But yeah, that's awesome. Is so what's the difference between the mute noise? So it says like Krisp is in use, so it's already muting the background noise, or you need to turn on the mute background noise.
No, it means that Zoom is using Krisp as a microphone, and Krisp uses Krisp as a speaker. Like this icon means that you selected Krisp as a microphone and speaker in Zoom accordingly. But if you want to enable noise cancellation, you just need to switch on this toggle.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't want to have that turned on at all times?
Sometimes people want to pass some music or the same child's crying. We want to like other people listen, like especially relatives and like friends to listen some noises around them, and that's why it's like controllable.
Yeah. Cool, cool. Um, Awesome. So how does somebody actually go from AppSumo to getting Krisp, and how do you set it up and download it and all that?
When you buy like a code from AppSumo, you receive an email, and after the email, there is a link with the talk like code inside. You just click on it, and you go and register, and download is begins. Then the only thing that remains just log in into the app from this interface.
Yeah. So once you download it, you can install it for free, and then you just need to sync up your accounts together.
Yeah. Hmm.
Cool, cool, awesome. So I know one of the questions that was coming up in the chat before was about the HD audio and in like potentially having that on the roadmap, where you stand with that, and kind of the technical hurdles that come with HD audio.
So Krisp is designed for real-time communication, and technology inside the Krisp is very, very hard from like scientific perspective. We collected a lot of audio data for training our own neural net, and we have like in roadmap to develop more high-quality audio, but like it takes time and it's not always predictable. Will we be able to do it or not? For now, we don't have like higher quality.
Got it. Okay. And so, we were talking before we hopped on here that you guys are working on a mobile version of Krisp that isn't necessarily included in this AppSumo deal, but that is something if they wanted to use it for phone calls when they're away from their computer. If you want to kind of touch on what that's going to look like.
Yeah, so Krisp on iOS is coming in next few months, probably in October, and it's just like simple dialer which syncs with your Google Calendar or iCalendar and imports all events into the Krisp, and you will be able to connect to any conferencing app just dialing to the conference IP without any hassle. Like it will be automatically.
Got it. Cool. And what's the stacking component on the AppSumo deal? So you can stack codes. Is that for? I believe it's for users. Yeah.
So Krisp is widely used by remote teams. So if you have a team like more than one people in an organization which you need to use Krisp, you just can buy more coupons and stack all these coupons in the team section in your dashboard.
Got it. Okay. And in terms of, I know we mentioned Zoom. Is it similar? I saw in the comments someone was asking about like how to use it for Camtasia and in other apps like that, where if you're, say you're creating an online course and you want to record some slides and you want that audio quality to be great, is it a similar format? You just go into Camtasia and change the audio settings, or how would someone
Right.
do that?
It is the same. You just go to Camtasia and select Krisp as a microphone and switch on the toggle in Krisp interface.
Okay. Easy enough. Super straightforward. Let's check out some of the questions that we got. Okay, so Christopher is asking, what does the mute sound button under speakers do? So yeah, I think there's still a bit of confusion over that in terms of the difference between having it in use versus I can't speak. Mute noise. I believe what you were saying is the difference is when it's in use, that just means an app is using it as Krisp as like the output or input. But then when you turn the mute noise on, that's what's actually muting the background noise. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
but I think Christopher's question is about like two type of noise cancellation, right?
Okay.
Let me explain in details. So I have Krisp installed on my computer, and I'm in call with Chris, right? And I have a background noise near me, which goes to Chris. So with Krisp, I will be able to cancel my background noise for Chris. And if some noise is coming from Chris to me, I also will be able to mute that background noise for me. So in this way, like Krisp is bidirectional noise cancellation. It cancels my noise for you and your noise for me.
Cool. Awesome. I just saw a question in the chat, which is a good question for me because I also have a Blue Yeti microphone. But how does this work with the Blue Yeti mic or with, I guess, any mic, or does it replace it, or do they kind of work better together? Do you need a microphone if you're using Krisp? Is it good to use them both?
Like it will work together much better because you will have much more clear sound with Yeti microphone, and Krisp will help with the background noises, including like keyboard typing or air conditioner or something happening in your room while recording. It will be canceled out by Krisp.
Let's see. Okay, we got a question. If I'm running a Zoom webinar and I'm using Krisp and have it activated both ways, will the recording for all parties be clean? So does it also translate over to the recordings of them and all that, or what?
I'm not sure. I think it will be uh, like the voice coming from you will be cleaned. But if I'm not mistaken, like Zoom combines the recordings in the cloud, and the noise coming from their side will not be cleaned in the final recording.
Got it. Okay, so it doesn't translate over to the recording?
Yeah, if you want to like clean for all participants, like to have the clean recording for all participants, you just need Krisp installed on all these machines and switch on microphone noise cancellation.
Got it. Okay. So how does Krisp work in terms of CPU usage, in terms of how much it's taking up on your computer when you're running it?
Like it depends on the computer, on the modern ones. Like in Windows, it takes like 4 or 5% of the CPU.
Okay, cool. And in terms of any updates and things like that, will they be pushed immediately to the desktop app, or will you have to uninstall it and then reinstall it?
Now update is uninstalling the whole application and installing it from the scratch, but we are going to change the update mechanism in coming months.
Okay, cool. And And can it be installed on more than one computer? Like if you have a desktop and a laptop and things like that, or do you have to purchase multiple codes? How does all that function?
You can run Krisp in parallel with the same account on three machines. You just need to sign in on all these three machines by using the same Krisp account.
Got it. Okay. And are you going to look into exploring FaceTime in the future for Mac users?
If I'm not mistaken, FaceTime has interface for choosing microphone, so
Okay.
you already support it.
Got it. Okay. All right. We have someone asking, if you guys do come up with the HD voice quality, will that be included in the AppSumo deal?
Sumo Links will have huge discount on this, but it will not be included in the deal.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Can he show us again the settings when using an external microphone, I guess, like a Blue Yeti or a Rode mic and Krisp
Yeah, for
together?
sure. So let's share my screen. If you have like external microphone, you go the Krisp app interface, and from here you choose Yeti as a microphone from Krisp app interface, and you choose Krisp as a microphone in Zoom or any conferencing app. So in apps, in conferencing apps, you need Krisp be selected as microphone and speaker, and you choose Yeti from here and speakers from here.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now with my AirPods. So I'm just going in there, adjusting that instead of just the system use. I'm just using my Chris's AirPods and got it going like that. Awesome. All right. Those are all the questions we had. Let's see. Let's give people another opportunity if they got anything else. Folks, you see the Q&A box. If you have any other questions, let's get those in there. I know it's a bit of a quicker webinar. It's a very straightforward, awesome, powerful tool that just helps clean up your audio, make those phone calls or those important business conversations go a lot smoother. Because nothing's more awkward than being like, "What did you just say? I missed that.
Yeah.
Can you mute your side?" It's funny. I was just on a call last week for a potential deal with AppSumo, and I was talking to them, and the girl I was speaking to was in a coffee shop, and I couldn't hear a word she was saying because it was so noisy where she was. And I was trying to like explain to her how AppSumo works and things like that, and I just couldn't even think straight because there's so much noise coming through my headphones that I had to ask her to mute her side, and then that's just a weird experience. So if she was running Krisp or if I was running Krisp, the whole thing would have been more clean. But awesome. All right, got a couple more questions coming in. Does Krisp mute the internal noise from a computer?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. All right. Let's see. All right. Stephanie says she hopes you'll come back to offer the mobile on AppSumo once that's ready to
I'm
go.
not sure. We have like huge expenses um, on mobile because like it's using Twilio mobile SDK to call conferencing apps. So we will not be able to like offer huge discounts on this.
Yeah, fair enough. That's an expensive thing to support. All right, we have another question about Zoom. So for clarification, if you're running a Zoom meeting or a Zoom webinar and you're using Krisp, your side will be clean in the recording. It's just the other side might not be.
Yes, right.
Got it. Okay, cool. Let's see. Just a tip for everyone. I got Krisp and didn't get a chance to try it, but while setting up and testing, I found that I already had something installed on my. I'm not sure. This is a lengthy one. All right. Let's see. Does this work on Skype?
Right, it works.
Cool. All right. We got that one. Anything else? As a professional speaker, this is fabulous. Very cool. All right. Got a question about, does it work on iPads? I guess that will come with the mobile version of this if that's released. Okay. Let's see. Does it work on 24 sessions, which is a different
We
range?
already tested. It works.
Cool. Very cool. That's a great tool. Love 24 sessions. All right, Marilyn has a group webinar tonight. She's gonna get it going there. Super cool. All right. Any more questions we got, folks? Give them another minute. Okay, someone just asked about FaceTime again, which you had already addressed. Um, let's see. I'm getting a new computer in 2 weeks. If I activate the coupon now, can I use it again? I guess
Yes,
this
you
would
just
go to the
activate, you
yeah.
just activate the coupon now, apply it in your account, and you will have like lifetime access to Krisp. And each time you just log in with your account to any computer, it will work.
Got it. Um, cool, cool. All right. Let's see. Any other things? You seen any questions that I missed in here? I think that
Exactly. I
is
mean, it's
we got a couple.
straightforward and
Yeah. Let's see. Is it effective against dogs barking? All right, we got some case studies.
it's very effective. Yeah, it's very effective. A,
All
a
right.
lot of reviewers like, were trying it with Krisp in their YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Some more clarification on this Zoom issue. But if you're using it to hear clearly on their side, Zoom is recording what you're hearing, so it should be clean. So I guess this is confusion. If I have Krisp, but you don't, and I'm hearing you clearly, why isn't Zoom recording it clearly?
It's like my assumption, I don't know for sure, because like Zoom makes recordings on the cloud. But if it does on your machine without noise, I mean, you should test it. I don't know the exact answer for now.
Okay. We'll see at the end of this webinar. Once I upload it to YouTube, y'all can check out the replay. We are both using Krisp, so it might be just too clear for you to stand.
Yeah.
Right. Let's I think that is about it. We're getting some repeat questions in here. So if you didn't get your question answered, maybe check out the replay because we did go through a good amount of them. Arto, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on here. If anyone on here does have any remaining questions, you can ask those on the AppSumo deal page. I imagine you can also hit up the Krisp team directly and get you guys taken care of. And again, if you also haven't had a chance to check out Arto's other deal on AppSumo 10 Web, which is a super cool website builder where you can host your sites. It integrates with WordPress. Super cool tool. Definitely recommend checking that out as well. But Krisp is a super clean kind of essentials type of thing that if you're going to be, running an online business, you're doing conference calls, you have a lot of meetings, you have a remote team, it's just something that it's like a phone. You're going to be using it every day. And so you want that to be high quality that just runs in the background and does everything you need it to do. So definitely a strong endorsement on my end. But thank you guys for hopping in here, taking the time. Arto, do you have any final words before we sign off?
Yeah, I'm happy with like AppSumo and SumoLink community, and the the best thing like running this deal on AppSumo, the feedback which we are getting from these great people. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for bringing these great deals to our community. I know everyone really appreciates it. They've been getting a lot out of them, and yeah, man, keep them coming. We need you to crank out a bunch of more companies that we can do deals with because you're killing it. We're
Yeah.
super excited.
Thank you so much. Thank you hosting us today.
Awesome. All right. Take care. Thank you all for joining
Bye.
us. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.